So hello guys, we're going to carry on the next paper or in the next task for page 2019 May-June paper 2 for the database task 3. So you are now going to prepare some reports using a suitable database package. Import the cruise.csv and using these field names and data types. So we have to make sure while we are importing to compare it to these field names and data types. First of all, let's create a new database. Okay, so click on blank database and make sure it is saved in the same location of your work area. So my work area is here. I can just copy the path and paste it and it will open the working area. I can save it with any name. Database is fine. And create it. When you're creating, you will make sure that it is saved in your location or working area. So close this table, we don't need it. What we need right now is to import this cruise CSV file. So let's go to external data. In the import and link section, go to new data source and from file go to text file. Go again to the same file location and browse the cruise file, CSV cruise file that we're wanting it. Okay, click on OK. And always here you don't need to change it, delimit it, as the comma is the character it's separating. And then here just we need to make sure that the first row contains field names. Next, here we don't need to change anything. Over here we will need to set the primary key. Primary key always mentioned after the table. It is mentioned here as the cruise ref to be the primary key. So you just can choose here cruise ref, or you can choose the primary key from over here. Next, before you click on finish, make sure that you're clicking on advanced and you're comparing those tables over here with the table mentioned here. So first of all, we have the ship ref, supposed to be text. It's already in short text. Second one is sail date. It's supposed to be date time in specific format. The format we will change it later. But what we need to make sure is the date with the time is supposed to be set here. If your computer having some type of errors converting from different formats timings, then what you can do, you can make it into a short text. Usually I have an error having with the date time, so I convert it to short text right now. Later when I finish, I go and convert it back again to date and time. So everything is imported in the correct way. Text, text, text for the three, for the cruise ref, departure port and destination. Supposed to be text, text and text, okay. The duration supposed to be number integer and passenger as well. Both are integers. So board and theme supposed to be text and text. So everything is correct. Click on OK and finish. Okay, we got the table. As we can see here, everything is imported correctly. Okay, let's start with the date. You can see the date is all imported. If I chose date time, some of them will be with error and will be missing. So if you're not having that issue, you just can select date and time. If you're having that importing issue with another table appearing here, mentioned as error table, then you have to follow my method. Okay, so let's get back again to sail date here and turn it back again, convert it to date time. As it was mentioned, it's supposed to be double D, triple M and double Y, as over here and dashes between them supposed to be mentioned, separating them. So let's go and look for that format. Definitely this one, which is medium date. If you don't have that format, then you can type it by yourself. Let's click on view. It is working, but as long as you're having it, You don't need to type it, so that's fine. Okay, it's still working the same way. And then over here, integer, that's all right, everything is correct, and then just save it. So save the data. And evidence number 7 saying that place in your evidence document screenshot evidence showing the field names and data types used in the table. So they want a screenshot showing the field names and data types for this table that we just imported. Okay, this one. Let's take a screen capture. And go to evidence number 7 and paste it over there. Okay. And then 21, import ships.csv as a new table in your database. So that's another table we need to import it in the same way. Set the ship code as a primary key and then create, okay, we'll first let's do this part. So again, to external data from file, text, and import that ship. Is it ship? Yes. This ships.csv. Okay. Next, first row. Primary key is supposed to be ship code. Okay. And before we click on finish, click on advanced. And okay, we don't have anything here to compare, so what we usually should do, go and open that ships file. Let's expand the columns and let's have a look. So we have code, that's supposed to be text, name text, that's a number, a date, a length supposed to be a number, text and number. So let's compare it over here. So 2 texts, fine. Pass capacity, passengers capacity, 2 supposed to be integer, and this one supposed to be date and time. Again, and I have issue with importing date and time, so I'm going to turn it into short text. Then over here I have this till crew, from length till crew, it's supposed to be in numbers, so length till crew in numbers. This is supposed to be short text, and finally supposed to be numbers. Okay, then let's turn it, close it, don't save it, and okay here, and finish. Okay, let's have a look at the table. It is imported correctly, especially the date. Everything is filled. Let's go back again to home and view, and let's turn this back again into, which one was a date? I believe this one. Let me make sure of it again. Okay, it's yeah, inaugural trip. So inaugural trip supposed to be a date. So I'm going to turn it back again to date, time. One thing I forgot to mention, which is there is no specific format, I believe. So I'm going to leave it in the same format, which is supposed to be this method with slashes. So let's go and view. Okay, I'm just going to leave it in this way. So let's close this file. Okay, and close all of them. Make sure to save it. Okay, so right now we're going to create the relationship between the two tables. First of all, go to external, database tools, relationships, select both of the tables and add them. We need to expand them. Okay, So they're telling us to connect ship code in the ships table, which is ship code. Okay, this is the primary key in ships table, with ship ref in the cruises table over here. So always the relation ship ref, yes, ship ref with ship code. So the relation always from primary key to non-primary key. That's why it's going to be one to many. So you can drag from one side to another, any side to another. The relation is showing here, one to many, and then create it. What you need to do is to save it and go and read the rest of the question. Evidence number 8. Place in your evidence document showing the relationship between the two tables. I prefer always to show the relationship in this way. And then take a screen capture. And paste it in evidence number 8. Okay, that's fitting fine. So the next one will be here. Save it. Okay, and then close it. The next part, 22. Add the following as a new record in the cruises table. So we need to add this. So let's make it next to each other. Open the cruises table. What we need to do is to go to the next new blank record and add those informations over here. So let's put it next to each other's. It will become easier for me to add it. So I'm just going to copy paste it for you. If better, it's going to be better if you can type it. So that's May 18. Next one going to be Seattle. Make sure you do not miss any spelling or make any spelling mistakes. Alaska. Okay, so a new record was added here. You will see it is 701. 23. Using fields from cruises tables. Only cruises table. Produce a tabular report. So to create a tabular report first, we need to create a query. Okay, so the question is saying, select only the records where theme is art or music and the departure port is Miami. So this will belong to the query section. Show only the fields with the following fields, and it's supposed to be in the following order actually. Yes, in this order, and labels fully displayed, and we do not need to group it. This part also belongs to the query. Sorts the data into ascending order, and the rest will belong to the report at the time. So before we create a report, let's go and create a query. Let's close this, create, and click over the query design over here. And we need only to add a cruises table. So we will need to add only specific fields. Let's start from here. So departure port, destination, sail date, theme, duration. Make sure they're adding over here, and then the last one is the passenger. Okay, so we're done with this question, with this section. Let's go and add this section. The theme is supposed to be art or music. Let's go and run this one before adding. And make sure always what is the last number record is 701. So 701, let's go back and let's add the criteria, which is saying theme or theme supposed to be art or music. Actually, we're going to have different themes over here. We only need to be two showing, any two of them. So music or art. Let's run it. Let's see, it reduced to, wow, that's a lot, 271 from 701 to 71. And you will notice the theme become only art or music. The second criteria is supposed to be departure report only to be Miami. Where's the departure report? Okay, it's the first one. So there are so many destination or departure reports. So let's go and select only to be Miami. Let's run it. What is the loss record? 44 from 71 to 44, and we will notice only Miami here, and the theme for the art and music only. We're done with this one also. So we're going to save our query, and then that can be step number 27. So let's say step 23, not 27, and it's added here separately in the query section. Close it, and right now what we need to create the report, which is exactly tabular report. So go to create, click over report wizard, and from here make sure you're selecting the query that you created. Add all of the fields. We don't need to group it, as it is clearly mentioned here not to group. In descending ascending order, we don't need to do it from here, as this is not that much accurate. So I'm going to show you from another place to do it. Over here, make sure it is a tabular record, as they ask for it. For the orientation, we have to decide from here. It's supposed to be a portrait orientation. Okay, already selected, and fits on one single white page, which is this tick. Make sure it is ticked over this. Click next. So for the title, it must be included here. So include only the text Miami Cruises as a title displayed in a larger font at the top of the page. So paste it over here, finish, and just go and close this. Go to here and make sure your font is a bit larger, and make sure it is not overlapping or cut. So okay, so we're done with this also. Okay, so let's get back again. First do this thing. Before we do this, let's have a look here. What actually happens, some of them are overlapping or not visible at all that much. So we need to change it. You have to go to layout view, and let's first start with departure report. You can see they are all Miami, and it is quite large, so we need to reduce or shrink a little bit. And then for destination, is there anything overlapping or disconnected? Okay, we can reduce. We can take it a little bit to the left side. Okay, and then this is the sale date. Let's enlarge it a little bit more. I believe there will be a lot of space, so I'm not taking it. I'm just making this to the little bit left side or left alignment. And for the theme, it's actually only art and music, so it doesn't need all this space. And then we have duration. We can take it a little bit to the left. Duration title is not showing fully. Okay, and the passenger is the last thing. Okay, that is looking neat and clean right now, and everything is visible. Make sure nothing is overlapping or like disconnected, or I mean not showing fully like this. So make sure everything is fully visible. After this, let's go to this section. Sort the data into ascending order depending on the sale date. So to add this, go to design. In design, you're going to find group and sort. Add a sort depending on the sale date, and choose you want it from oldest to newest or newest to oldest. What they're asking here to be ascending, so from newest to oldest. It's supposed to be in ascending order. That means from oldest to newest, as it is from 2016, then higher to 2018. Next one, we have to calculate the total number of passengers in this selection and position this number under the passenger column at the end of the report. So we need the total number of the passengers. So to do this, let's go over here. Okay, we're done with this. Sorry, I'm not supposed to delete this. Okay, I'm supposed to close from here. So what I need is just to put a total number of passengers below the passenger column. So passenger column is the last one here. And then what I can do is design view, right click over here, total, and find the summation or the sum of this. You will notice this is added in a report footer, which is going to appear only in the last page of the report, while the page footer is going to be showing on every page. For example, if we have 10 pages, so it's going to show on every page, but for the summation we need it only in the last page. So let's go have a look. It's added over here. Let's layout view. Okay, that's fine. And we're done with this question. It has a label total passenger to the left of this value. So let's go add a label here. Okay, let's make it in design view, and then let's select the label. Oh, actually it's already added. What's happening? Oh, there is no label, so let me add it over here. As it is mentioned, it's supposed to be to the left of the value. Definitely there is no space. Okay, let's okay, we're done with this question. And then the last one has your name, center number, and candidate number. It's supposed to be in the header, so it displays on every page. So let's go back to home, design view, and then here is the page header. We need to add the name, and so let's extend this a little bit. Let's take them lower over here, and then let's add a label. That's not mentioned in the center or any specific alignment, so add over here a name, center number, and candidate number. If you like to, you can make it center alignment, and let's have a look at it. Okay, it's added over here. Okay, that's the last question. And then save and print your report as you're done with it. For this, you can place it any side you like. Under the event title can be fine, or maybe this section on this side. Okay, I believe here will be much better. let's make it totally to the, okay, I like it here. Let's see the print view, and it is all fitting on one page. What I mean, the columns are all fitting on one page, but the contents can extend to another page. That's fine as long as it is fitting. Okay, here's the total, and then we print our report. So that's the printout going to be. And then the evidence says, place in your evidence document a screenshot showing the database formula used to calculate the passenger numbers, or the number of passengers. That was mentioned over here. So what we can do, expand this to take a screenshot. And then we can put it back. So that was evidence number 9. And let's go and place it in evidence number 9. (24) Using fields from both tables, produce a tabular report. Again, tabular report, but from both tables this time. Again, this will be first starting with a query, and based on the query, we're going to create a tabular report. So we have to select this records and criteria. We have specific fields. Okay, there will be a new field called passenger nights, which is calculated runtime at the runtime, and this field will multiply the duration field by the passenger field. And this table is supposed to be showing specific fields in this order, and we shouldn't group it. Sorting and the rest will be in the report. So far till here we're supposed to make it in the query. So let's go and start to create the query first. We're done with this. We need to add both tables as it is mentioned. Extend it. Okay, so select the records where I cannot start with this, neither this yet. What I can start, I have to start with this question first. So show the fields only starting with this field still over here. So sail date, cruise ref, ship name. Okay, sail date. Oh, that's going to be confusing because it's in between. Never mind, not that much. So sail date, cruise ref, ship name, and departure port. Ship name, departure port. Cannot find it over here. Destination and duration and passenger. Destination, duration, passenger. Okay, make sure they're all added down here. Board and passenger nights. So board. And the last one, passenger nights, which we have to make sure we have to depend on this part of the question to create it. So let's copy the name. So passenger night is going to be calculating to be multiplying duration by passenger field. So this going to be, as it is going to be the last, so put the name, colon, and then mention the field, which is supposed to be duration multiplied by passenger. So what we can do here, we have to type the name of duration, which is from here, and the passengers from here in between these two brackets. So we have two brackets, and we have to put the names of existing fields in here. Duration, let me expand it so you can see it clearly. So the first one is duration, you shouldn't make a spelling mistake. And the second one is passengers. Okay, let's click on run. As you can see, everything is showing over here, and the last column also showing over here. One thing, if you made a mistake with typing the, for example, I forgot the S here, then you're going to notice this type of window coming as a parameter as they're asking you what is the value for passenger, as it is a new field and they're wanting a value for it. So make sure you're putting the right spelling, and in case you got those type of alert or window or parameter asking questions, so you should know you have a spelling mistake. Okay, we're done with this part of the question. Make sure you're highlighting everything and not forgetting any question. So right now let's jump back again to the first part, as we can do it right now. So select the records where ship name supposed to be with the text C, duration is 14 or more, and the board supposed to be a full one. Okay, let's go and see how much records we have. 701. Let's start to put the first criteria. The ship name supposed to include the text C. So whenever it is mentioned it includes the ship name here, it's supposed to include the name C. That means we have to use over here like this. That means we have to use the wildcards. So let's go to, if I put C, that means only the word, meaning only having C, that's it. But I need C to be included in between the words, so I'm using start in between C, and you will notice here that only the words having C will be included, as over here, and over here the first word. Okay, that's it. And you will find the records reduced to 139 from 701. The next one, duration supposed to be 14 or above. You will notice that duration here is varying into different numbers. We just want it to be 14 and above 14. So that's going to give us above 14. Great, but I need to include 14 also, so I'm going to make it above or equal to 14. So I got right now reduced record 62. Next one, the board supposed to be full. You can see here we have different types of boards, half or full, or what's that, all. Okay, need to make sure that it is only full, and the record will be reduced to 21. So we're done with this question. And then right now, sort the data into ascending order of destination and descending order of duration. So first of all, we need to make it ascending and then descending depending on the duration. So go, okay. Oh, those parts we have to include it later in the, starting from here till the end, we have to include it in the report. So far let's save it, and that's going to be step number 24. So let's create right now the report based on this query. So add it all, and then I don't need to see in a specific format. I don't want to group it. I don't want to set the ascending or descending from here. My data is going to be tabular. It has to be in a landscape orientation and fitting in a single page. So landscape and fitting, and the name supposed to be extended cruise sailings. Finish it. First thing to do, as they said, it's supposed to be in a larger font at the top of the page. Select, increase the font a little bit, and make sure it is fully visible. Then let's highlight this, and then okay, let's go to the ascending and descending part. So let's go to design, group and sort, add a sort, and make sure first it is depending on the destination, another sort depending on the duration. Okay, so I have destination and I have duration second. The first one's supposed to be ascending, second descending. So duration supposed to be ascending from small to large. Sorry, this one from A on the top, which is ascending. Second one supposed to be descending from largest to smallest. Let's go have a look over here. So depending on destination first. Okay, so it is this ascending, and then from Alaska we need to see the duration supposed to be, where's the duration? Okay, it's supposed to be descending. Okay, just close it. Make sure you're closing from here, not deleting from here. So we're done with this. Right now, has your name, center number, and candidate number on the report. It's not mentioned where, but we can put it in the footer. So let's go to design view and put the label over here and put your name, center number, and candidate number. If you want it, you can make it in any specific alignment. And let's go to layout view right now. Okay, I'm done with this part. Let me make sure. Let's make sure also it is added in the same order, starting with sale date. Okay, let's start to arrange this first. I'm going to start from here. Title still not fully visible. Okay, and then the best, whoa, that's the board. Okay, that's fine. Then let me right now go to the very left one. Let's reduce this one. And let's extend the sale date. Ship name. Departure board. Okay, I believe we're done. Let's make sure of that sale date cruise. Is it overlapping over here? Nope, it's not. Okay, So sail date, cruise ref, and ship name. Sail date, cruise ref, ship name, and then departure port, destination, duration, passenger, and then board and passenger nights. Okay, it's in the same order. We're done with all of the criteria, and save it and print your report card. Make sure your name, center number, they're all showing. So let's go to print preview. So everything is showing, your name, candidate number, and that's it, and print your report. So that's going to be your printout number 3 with you. After that, let's save it and close it. 25, using fields from both tables, produce an extract which only records, okay, we need to create an extract. So to do this, actually this extract is going to be used later in the next question of the document, which you're going to go back again to document Word and do it. So to do the extract, which is going to be a query, let's go and create a query design. And it's mentioned from both tables, so that's definitely going to make sure that this is a query. Select only the records. Before the records, I have to show the fields. Okay, show only the fields. Cruise ref, ship name, cruise ref. Where's the cruise ref? For here, ship name. Over here, duration. Okay, in that mention order, in this order, with data and labels fully displayed or displayed in full. Okay, right now let me make sure that I'm done with this. These are the select only the records where a theme is a taster. Make sure that they didn't ask us to add theme, but they asked us to add the duration. So what we have to do, we have to make it invisible. But for right now, let's add it. Later we will make it invisible. And the theme's supposed to be taster. Let's run it first. Theme, we have different themes, and we just need it to be taster. Cannot find it, but alright. And we type it taster. So let's run it. Okay, we got only 9 themes with taster, and the next one, duration, supposed to be less than 4 not included. So duration supposed to be, that's supposed to be less than 4. So 4 and 2, and so 2 and 3 only. So 7 records only. So what we have to do, a theme shouldn't be showing as depending on this question. So go and just uncheck it from here. So what will happen, only 3 fields supposed to be visible as according to the question. Save the extract. So let's save the query. We can name it according to the question. Step 25, or you can name it, you can also mention that it is the extracted one or the extract. Let's add it here. Close it. And we're done with this question. And then export the extract created in step 25 in rich text format and save the exported file in your work area. So extract is here, right click, export, and make it in rich text format, which is RTF, and it is over here, Word RTF, and make sure it is saved in your working area. Is that my working area? Yes. Is there any specific name? There is no specific name, so just save it. Okay, close it. Let's go have a look. It's supposed to be an RDF, separately RDF file, which is over here. Okay, it is added here. So save it, and then evidence number 10, place in your evidence a screenshot to show the exported file saved in work area, and make sure your evidence file of the file type. So what we need to, again, I have to make sure it is the extension is showing, and the file type at least supposed to be also here visible. Try to add it from here, or go to more and add it.